Are you willing to keep doing what you love, even if it makes you look ridiculous? Honestly, I'm still trying to figure that part out. Some of my solo episodes have very low views, and sometimes it makes me feel ridiculous. But then again, at AFCON 2025, a Congolese football supporter stood still like a human statue for 90 plus minutes at every single Congo match. And well, some people laughed. Authenticity isn't just about being amazing. It's about belief that comes from within. There's a Bible verse from Proverbs 18 verse 16, which says, "A man's gift will make room for him and put him amongst great men. But before the gift makes room, it will put you in uncomfortable situations." In this episode, I will be talking about the things that I've learned through my experiences and other people's stories about authenticity and belief. I'm your host, Tinashe Moyo, and this is Stride. This podcast is about taking bold first steps, the ones that take us through the dark moments, into the brighter days, and all the way up to the moments of clarity. Thank you guys for tuning in. It really means a lot. Now, when we talk about belief and authenticity, I'm instantly reminded of Jacob Elordi, a Hollywood actor, and he was made famous by the Netflix movie Frankenstein. Now, before his breakthrough success, years before, Jacob Elordi was trying to find himself as an actor. And before acting, he tried modeling and he was rejected because of his physical appearance, because the guy is very tall. I can't remember if he's 6 foot or whatever. I can't really remember, but he's very tall. So he was rejected by modeling agencies because of his height, and they said that you won't be able to fit the clothes that we have. So he decided to pursue acting, and after he did his first movie, he stated that he was always on the internet most of the time, and he came across a comment that said, "You remind me of a plank of wood when you act, and the only thing that you can be able to play is Frankenstein's creature." And when I heard that, I was just like, yeah, people are very mean. But when Jacob came across that comment, it was just like, okay, that's actually a good idea. I could just use, this, what I have. And by virtue of that, years later, Jacob Elordi was cast as Frankenstein's creature. You can say that comment, that whatever person actually spoke that into existence. And speaking of speaking things into existence, when he was busy preparing for another movie, he was in a makeup seat and he spoke to the guys that were doing the makeup and he was just saying, "Oh, so what's the next project you'll be doing?" And the guys said, "We'll be doing Frankenstein," which was directed by Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, I hope I pronounced the name right. So Jacob jokingly started saying, "I should be in that movie. I should be in that movie." And at a certain point in time, an actor called Andrew Garfield was initially cast as the creature, but then he dropped out due to scheduling conflicts. And then the director ended up contacting Jacob Elordi and cast him as the creature. Now, talk about belief, talk about being authentic. If Jacob had not decided to be authentic based on how he looks, I don't think he would ever have a breakthrough. Now he's an Oscar-nominated actor. So that's the power of belief. And we can even look at one of the all-time greats as well, Sylvester Stallone, the guy that we now know as John Rambo. Before he was Rambo, he was an aspiring writer, and he wrote a screenplay for Rocky. Now, he pitched the idea to different production houses and they all rejected him. Now, mind you, they bought into the story, but they then rejected him because of his looks and speech. Now, Stallone believed in his abilities, he believed in his story. So he chose not to sell the story to the production houses and he started going at it alone. He went into business for himself. And at a certain point in time, things fell into place for Sylvester Stallone, and the move Rocky was made. And now it's an iconic movie that created an iconic franchise that also sparked the Creed series starring Michael B. Jordan. So that's actually the power of belief. Now, as I spoke earlier, I spoke about a Congolese football supporter. His name, I hope I get this right, it's Mitchell Nkuka Mboladinga. That's the toughest name for me to pronounce. But his other name, I think, is best known as Lumumba Via. He paid tribute to the first uh, Congo Prime Minister, Patrice Lumumba. And he spent 90 minutes or 90 plus minutes of every Congo match posing, just one pose, wearing formal. And he looked ridiculous to so many people. But eventually, after Congo was eliminated from the AFCON, he decided to go back to Congo with his team. And by virtue of him being loyal to his country ended up honoring him for that kind of passion that he showed at the AFCON, and they changed his life forever. So that's what I'm saying, the power of authenticity and belief. It actually takes you far. Now, it just reminded me we also have our own Zim human statue. He's usually, by the roadside, either doing poses or just standing, just doing crazy things, him enjoying himself. I know there's people who mock, there's people who actually laugh, but he's enjoying his craft. I think recently he posted I think must be the NAMA, the National Arts Merit Awards of Zimbabwe. They shared it's either them or it was him, who actually shared a post where he said he stood like a statue for 4 hours. Man, that's pure passion. That's pure dedication. And when you look at what he does, you can actually see, like, man, this guy is going to go far. And my hope is to actually have him as a guest on this podcast. I don't know, speaking that into existence. So, that kind of passion, that kind of belief, you will look ridiculous. People are going to make fun, especially of that kind of guy. But well, we're going to see how it goes. So, I'm really fascinated by these kinds of experiences. Now, there's also a guy called Colin who's based in the States. So, Colin, after he finished university, he was a very, and is still a passionate videographer. He enjoys making short films and stuff. So he made one short film, uploaded it, and that video did not go viral. But there was one person who viewed that, and his name is Samir. Now, Samir ended up getting in touch with Colin and said, "Hey, man, I really love what you did. How about we collaborate and do something? Because I see you've got a really great future. You are immensely talented. I think we can actually, create something. And now they're actually one of the most influential YouTube creators that are best known as Colin and Samir. I will leave the link in the description so you can have a look at their content. But they mainly focus on helping, interviewing other creators and also helping other creators elevate their brands through their other channel called Creator Support. And it has also helped me in some of my work, particularly this podcast. So this story actually hit in the sense that I created a video for one of the Sima Saigo fitness classes, which is the bounce class, with hopes of getting a gig to work with Simas as aptitude legends. Now, I did the best that I could. I actually put a story to that video, but things did not materialize. Simas actually had their own plans and they began to release the videos for the fitness classes to promote the fitness classes. So the moment that I saw the videos on Facebook, I was just like, wow, these videos actually look amazing. I was just like, and I actually put a like, I think, on every single one of those videos. But shortly after I did that, the imposter syndrome kicked in. And then I began to say, you know, with how good these videos are, when people then see my video, they'll just be like, this guy should stop doing videography. It's not his thing. Because, I mean, I did the video in a short space of time. The video was crappy, but like I said, there was a story to it. So I had sent the video to my good friend, Rain Chiramba. And as soon as he saw the video, he was just like, man, this video is beautiful. This video is amazing. Me being me, I'm just like, it's half baked, I could have done more. Then he was just like, what do you mean? Like he kept on saying these things, I think for the next 2 to 3 days. It was just like, what do you mean this thing is half baked? This thing is really, really cool. I think your brains are the ones that are half baked. Well, he didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure he wanted to say it. I see you, nigga. Anyways, but he kept on emphasizing on the idea that the video is really, really cool. And next thing you know, he texts me. Oh, he he texts me and he said, "I want to promote my yoga classes, and I would like a video done like just similar to the one that you did for the bounce class." And then I was just like, "Wow, okay." So this was one person, one view that actually changed the, the trajectory of things. And I was just like, man, I really, really like this because in as much as I said the video was half baked, I really believed in the story. And I really believed that I had actually created something that was cool, even though I expected more. But still, just like Colin, one person changed the narrative. And now, when I even look at my episodes, like I said earlier on, some of my solo episodes have very low views. Sometimes you're just like, should I continue making them or should I just stop? Because I mean, I think the lowest so far is like 3 views. The video that I did, I think last week, but one, was it February something? Let me just check real quick. I'm so bad with dates. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm not even supposed to be wasting time like this, man. February 20th. That was the video that actually has 3 views. So I'm just like, man, what do I do if a video has 3 views? But then in my mind, I was just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. 3 views, 0 views. I'm still going to create more content. I don't care. The only thing that I'm disappointed with is that um, I wasn't able to create 4 videos in a row in the month of February. I only did 3. I couldn't do 4. And I think I'm just like my team, Manchester United, that's been failing to win 5 games in a row. And they've been costing this guy called the United Strand his haircut. I mean, that's crazy. And just as well, the United Strand guy has kept his hair for, I don't know, I think it's been a year now. The hair looks like it's grown really, really big. And now, not to kick him in the face, but he begins to look ridiculous. But here's the thing, he's passionate about Manchester United. He has belief in what he's doing. Like, yeah, I'm going to look ridiculous, but I'm still going to keep my hair until this is done. And right now, the media attention is mostly focused on him because of where he's at right now. And I know that eventually Manchester United are going to win 5 games in a row, and he's going to get his hair cut, and all that attention is going to fade. And I know some people might just be like, yeah, of course, that's how it's going to be. Yeah, he's going to be irrelevant. But from my own perspective, you know, yeah, the attention might fade. But one thing I know is that Manchester United will remember him because of the passion, the belief, and the authenticity. So that's that's one thing that I like about his story. Now, there's also an interesting one. Um, if I think Zimbabweans, you know our beloved actress Tendai Chitima, who starred in the first Zimbabwean movie to go on Netflix. And a friend of mine who linked up with Tendai Chitima sometime last year, he told me that the conversation that they had, Tendai told him that she got a chance to play a very small part in the Prime Video movie called G20 that stars Viola Davis and the guy who stars as Homelander in The Boys. I keep forgetting his name. She got a chance to make a cameo. I think it was like a 3-second cameo where she's holding the gun, or if I'm not mistaken, like that's what I was told. It's such a shame that I haven't had the chance to watch that movie. But when I heard that story, I was just like, man, this is amazing. Like you've got a chance to step in to that Hollywood space, even if it's for 3 seconds. Some people might actually laugh like, 3 seconds, but I know for a fact that to Tendai, that's another door opened. These are things that we can't see. We cannot see the future, but she knows where she wants to go. So she'll stay authentic. She'll believe that those 3 seconds will change her life forever at a certain point in time. So I really loved that when I heard that story. And I was just like, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Authenticity, belief. You believe that, yeah, I'm going to be one of the most successful actors. But for me to be that successful actor, I have to be in a movie for 3 seconds. And that's it. So it's one thing that I love. Now, if you watched, I think the first episode of 2025, I had initially promised that I would tell you something about Glenn on February 27th, but yeah, I failed to release an episode on that particular Friday. But anyways, to those who know Glenn, you know he's like the right-hand man of Stride. And to those who don't know him, yeah, the same statement applies. So, anyways, this other day, we were actually coming from church, and Glenn literally said, I want to do video editing. He was still trying to find himself career wise. And then he spoke about wanting to do video editing. And then I was just like, I see myself in him. There were times when I wanted to do video editing, but I didn't get the chance. But then I was just like, okay, since he's expressed interest in doing video editing, I might as well, take him under my wing and just help him as much as I can. So I took him on board. When we did, I think, most guest episodes, he was the guy behind the camera, just making sure everything is going well. He was open minded, he was learning, and he even contributed so much in regards to bringing in like a diverse set of guests. And, things moved actually in a different direction, like Stride leveled up. And I really respected that. And I was just like, you know what? With that kind of passion, there has to be some kind of reward. So at a certain point in time, I was just like, since he expressed video editing and I'm seeing the passion that he has, I need to do something for this guy. So me and Paddington were able to get new laptops. And so from 2018 up to 2025, I had been using a laptop, a Dell laptop that my cousin sister Sibongile Moyo bought for me when we decided to start Aptitude Legends. And I was just like, wow, someone believed in my dream. And I think now it's my turn to believe in someone else's. And I had a light bulb moment. And then I was just like, I think now it's time to pass the torch. So I prayed about it and I still got the same answer. I decided to give Glenn my Dell laptop so that he could start working on his thing, the stuff that he enjoys, video editing, even designing as well, because he even loves playing with the camera as well. So that really changed me, because when you choose to invest in other people's dreams, somehow you automatically change. And so this is where we're at now. And our relationship has even gotten much better because of that. So I think the moral of the story is this: people are going to laugh at you, people are going to mock you, people are going to say all kinds of things, people will judge. I think I've said this before. People will judge with every fiber in their body, and they will never stop. Like they will scorch you until you're gone. But if you believe in what you do, if you stay authentic, eventually your gift, as long as you believe in it, your gift will make room for you. So it doesn't matter what people say. As long as you know that God gave you something special, you have a place, you have, you have a you have a part to play in this place. You have a part to play. So as long as you believe in yourself, life will be better for you. So keep believing, be patient, and you'll be okay. Stay authentic, stay in your lane. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to copy someone else. Stay authentic, and you'll be fine. And with that being said, we have come to the end of the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you've been getting value from my content, leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, because there's so much more content that's coming your way. So this is from me. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.